First, the Mexican-American War started in 1846 because Mexico and America both wanted to claim Texas. But Texas was a slave state. Mexico viewed this as annexation, as war, and would fight to protect their claim. At this time, James Polk was the United States president, and he was best known for expanding the U.S. territory. America took an army led by Zachary Taylor to New Mexico, but instead of fighting, they convinced Mexico that they'd withdraw, letting the American army in. A small group of soldiers, including Taylor, marched to California, home of 6,000 Mexicans. Then, in California, Americans rebelled against Mexican rule, and Zachary Taylor is known as a Mexican war hero. After they arrested the Mexican commander in the fall, U.S. troops made it to California to join the rebels. Within a few weeks, America now controlled all of California, and California became a free state and was named the California Republic. The people living in California heard of the war and they acted fast. This led to the Bear Flag Revolt and their flag being made. It was a portrait of a grizzly bear painted in blackberry juice and is now in California's state flag.
There were several reasons why some people opposed the Mexican-American War. Firstly, some people believed that the war was unjustified and that the United States was invading and occupying another country without a valid reason. Others opposed the war because they believed it was a new attempt by the United States to expand slavery into new territories. Additionally, some people were concerned about the cost of war and potential loss of American lives. Some also believed that the war would damage the relationship between the United States and Mexico, which could have long-term consequences. From the Treaty of Guadalupe Hidalgo. Mexico recognized Texas as part of the U.S. Mexico also gave up other states, such as New Mexico, Colorado, and Wyoming. The United States paid a lot of money to gain this land. This was called the Mexican Cession. After the war and after the U.S. claimed all of its land, the Rio Grande was considered the border between America and Mexico. The U.S. also paid $15 million for the territory and an additional $3.25 million in claims to Mexico.
After the Mexican-American War, the United States acquired a lot of territory from Mexico. The territories that were ceded to the United States were known as present-day California, Nevada, Utah, Arizona, New Mexico, Colorado, and Wyoming. The map of the territories after the war showed the United States expanding its borders to the Pacific Ocean, with Mexico losing a significant portion of its land. The Treaty of Hidalgo, signed on February 2, 1848, officially ended the Mexican-American War and had established the new border between the United States and Mexico. The Rio Grande was the southern boundary of Texas. The United States paid Mexico $15 million for all the states that they took. The map of these territories after the Mexican-American War showed the United States as a much larger and powerful nation, with access to new resources and markets. It also marked the beginning of the end of Mexican influence and had strengthened the idea of manifest destiny. The growth of U.S. exportation was part of manifest destiny, and the Mexican-American War was important to this. If this would never happened, America would be much smaller, and places like California, Arizona, and New Mexico would still be under Mexico's control. This completed manifest destiny.